You know, if I had to give my shadow self a name, she would be called Bratty Bitch. hmm What's up, my loves? How is everybody doing? I am so excited to be sitting here with you. It has been a very long time, too long since I have had an opportunity to sit down and come hang out with you guys, my friends, the Magic Tribe. I am your favorite witch on YouTube, Jasmine Atten, Mystic at the Crossroads, and after about 4 long months of taking a long needed break from YouTube and social media, I am back. I am excited and I have a lot to share and a lot to talk about, which was the prompt to this first video that I am putting up for the summer of 2021, which you could tell by the title, which is why you are here today, is talking about shadow work, the shadow self. What is it? Why do we need to do it? What does it mean? Where do you start? And all of that good stuff. So let's not go on and on. I'm going to get straight to the point. I have been away working on myself. And working on myself can mean a lot of different things for different people, depending on where in your life that you actually are. I didn't realize several months ago when I was feeling this shift and change and pull of needing to kind of go within and do some inner reflection, that what my consciousness, subconsciousness, my spirit, my higher self, call it what you want to call it, was really moving towards and gearing up to do was to go within and explore my shadow side. Now, it is something that I've thought about throughout the years. It has come up, and I don't necessarily feel like it's one of those things that you just wake up and say, hey, I'm going to do some shadow work. It's more so one of those things that you are led into when the time is right. And I can tell you right now that if you're watching this video, this is definitely a sign that it is time for you to do that. One of my favorite sayings is, if you don't make a decision, one will be made for you. And that decision that is made for you, or that the universe makes for you, is not always going to be the most comfortable decision. And that is so true, and I am definitely a testament to that. So, what is shadow work? Lots of practitioners will have many different explanations, but in a nutshell, how I can easily explain it to you, shadow work is the unknown side of yourself. The unconscious side of yourself, the part of you that makes decisions, or the part of you that causes you to make certain decisions, the part of you that is creating experiences that keep showing up in life, that are lessons to be learned, that just aren't being learned, or aren't being learned really, and they keep showing up in different ways throughout life. The shadow self is the part of you that you don't want to share or want to show other people because it's uncomfortable, it's vulnerable, it may be very dark, it may be very broken, it may be overly stimulated in a way of, this is just an example, trying to give too much, trying to people please, trying to constantly feel like you need to fix things in your life or in other people's lives. Your shadow self is this part of you that's deep, that's dark, that is a part of your mind, body, subconscious, unconscious, and emotional self that you could have suppressed for a number of reasons, or that you're just not very much aware of. And an example of that is a lot of people will say, I'll give you this one. I had a girlfriend say to me the other day, you know, I'm really happy in my life. Like, I have accepted things that I can't change. I've worked on the things that I can. I feel like I'm in a good place. Every area of my life seems to be okay except my finances. And I'm going to use money as an example because that's something that universally, no matter where you are watching this video, we can all relate to. And as I'm listening to her, I hear what's coming out of her mouth, but I'm hearing her spirit say something the complete opposite. Because you're saying everything is okay, but I can't get my finances right. Everything's not okay then, boo. There is a part of your subconscious, a part of yourself that is unconsciously creating these experiences that is keeping you in this perpetual cycle of being stuck financially. And so shadow work is something that has to be done to figure out what that is. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. It's a little scary. It's uncomfortable. If you watch videos on YouTube, you can watch 100 videos. You're going to hear 100 different ways on how to do shadow work. There's no right or there's no wrong way. Not doing it is the wrong way, but it's something that has to be done. It is necessary for your expansion and for your growth. The last 4 months, I have spent a lot of time asking a lot of questions, asking myself a lot of questions, having lots of discussions with myself, with, you know, 1 or 2 individuals who are close to me to give me their constructive criticism. I've cried a lot. I've laughed a lot. I've made a lot of growth and progress. Excuse me if you guys hear a siren in the background. My door is open. I have, well, I'll get into that later. I have really took a long, hard look at the things that maybe I wasn't conscious that I wasn't dealing with, or that I had suppressed, to ask myself, why do certain things keep showing up in my life? Now, let me get this very clear with you guys. This does not always have to be negative experiences in your life. This doesn't always necessarily have to be blockages in your life, but for most people, it is. And the question that most people have is, why can't I seem to do X, Y, and Z? Why can't I get ahead? Why can't I have the money I need? Why can't I find the love that I need? Why can't I just lose weight? Why does this continue to happen? And that's because there's a part of the shadow self that has not been explored. Some people will tell you the shadow self is related to childhood traumas. A lot of times it can be, but not necessarily. There are things and experiences that we have in life that happen at every age, no matter how old you are, in every aspect of your life, that can contribute to a piece of your shadow side. It's like piling up these little pieces, and it's like taking broken pieces of yourself and just piling them up in a corner instead of trying to mend them back together. And now before you know it, you've got a mountain of this, that is piled up. Are you following me? I hope that makes sense. And so you eventually are going to have to explore these little pieces and figure out where they came from, where these broken pieces came from, good or bad. And that will give you the answer as to why you keep having these experiences. Once you understand that, then that's when you finally make a breakthrough. That's when you're able to move forward in making decisions, in starting that business, in starting a relationship, getting back out there, maybe leaving a relationship, maybe saying something to someone that you needed to say before, maybe doing something for yourself that you weren't able to do, maybe really showing up for yourself and pouring into your own cup. I mean, the list goes on. And this video is going to be one of several videos that I do over the next couple of weeks to help you guys really explore and work through these things. This is a very vast topic, and I could go on for this, for 2 weeks straight. But the point of this is to just give you an idea and understanding of what it is so you can make a decision if this is something you're ready to do. Again, you may not be ready. I wasn't ready when it happened, I'll tell you that. but somehow, some way, you will find yourself having to deal with your shadow. One question is, well, how do I know I need to do shadow work? Well, do you continue to have the same repeated situations show up in life? We're going to go back to using finances as an example. You get a job, and the last 3 jobs that you've had, something has always happened. You've had to leave the job, you got terminated, you just started working there. I mean, you've been there a week, and your coworker doesn't like you, your supervisor's on you, you can't seem to remember your job task. It's always something, and this starts to become like a little pattern. And you're saying, but I've never done anything. I'm not doing anything to these people. I'm showing up on time. I'm not mean to I'm not rude. I don't bother nobody. Why do I keep getting picked on? Why does this keep happening to me? Because there's a part of your shadow self, wherever and whatever it may be, that needs to be tapped into and looked at and worked through. And it keeps creating these situations for you to, I don't want to confuse you guys. It keeps putting you into these situations and lessons to go inside yourself and figure out what is holding you back and what's continuing to bring you back to this place. This is an example. This is not straight across the board for everyone, but what I find is most people that have trouble on jobs and can't seem to keep them just aren't supposed to be working one. Maybe you're not supposed to be working a job, but maybe you're supposed to be starting a business. Maybe you keep losing jobs because your shadow self is like, damn it, we don't want to work 9 to 5 and be told what to do. We want you to finally tap into that thing that you're scared to do, that you've been wanting to do for years and just won't do it. We want you to do that, and we're going to strip everything away from you to force you into that position. That's just an example, and that can be applied to other areas of your life. I will allow you to take that and digest it and see where it fits in. Am I making sense here? If I'm making sense, please comment down below. You're making sense, Jazz. I'll tell you, if I had to name my shadow self, I would call her Bratty Bitch. I would. And I won't get too much into that right now. We'll save that for another video. But you can kind of, we both know what a brat is, and we all know what a bitch means. Put that together and kind of figure that out. That's my shadow side that I'm working through and working on. And I'm not going to say she hasn't, she's done some things for me. She has definitely helped me propel in life. But I know she's also kind of helped me hold back in certain areas. And now was just the time to address it so I can move forward. During my shadow work journey, my spiritual practice has changed. These are the benefits, by the way, and these may be things that happen for you. It may not, but this was my experience. My spiritual practice has changed. Do I still practice candle magic? Of course, always. That's my specialty. However, there are certain ways that I practice. There are certain rituals that I do. There are certain higher spiritual energies and forces that I work with that, had you told me 6 months ago, I would have been doing. I would have said, no, I don't really, that's great, but I don't see myself. I'm comfortable here. And another thing about doing shadow work is it brings you out your comfort zone, and it helps you grow into probably who your subconscious wants to be, but who the conscious never thought would be possible. So that's been a huge benefit. There are tools that I have implemented into my spiritual practice that I never thought I would use before. And those tools have created profound changes and growth that I'm able to apply in my personal life, and that I'm also able to share with you guys. So that's one of the benefits of doing your shadow work. But the bottom line is, can I get a penny for every time I've said shadow work in this video? Let's count the ways, huh? The bottom line is, if you are feeling stuck, if you are confused, if you are lost, and maybe if you're not, if you're just like, I'm at point A and I want to get to point D, and I've been trying to do that for a long time, and everything in my life even seems okay, but I still can't figure out why I can't seem to get to where I want to be. Or if you have this limited thinking of, you sit up and daydream You wish you had this. You wish you had that. But your ego tells you that's not going to happen. Let's be realistic. Let's aim for something more attainable. That means you need to work on your shadow self. One thing I hear people say, and I'm not knocking anyone who says this, so please don't come for me in the comments. When people say, I don't want to be rich and famous. I don't need to be wealthy. I just want to be comfortable. That's okay. And that may be what you say you want. That may be what the ego wants. And I'm not saying everybody wants to be rich and famous. No, hear me out. But I can't imagine anybody in the world, truly, deep, deep, deep down, if you could be financially free and have an unlimited amount of money at your fingertips, I can't see anybody who would refuse having that. If you are one of those people that says, I don't ever want unlimited amount of money, not for me, I'd rather just stay mediocre and broke. And I'm not saying if you don't have unlimited amounts of money, you're mediocre and broke, but if that's where your thinking is, and you're perfectly like, no, I wouldn't want $1 million. Why would I wouldn't want to attract $1 million to myself, even if I could at my disposal and do whatever I want. I'm okay with making minimum wage. That's on you. But you, Magic Tribe, those of you that subscribe to my channel, that's not where our conscious mind is. And if that's not, we're going to start with our first shadow work exercise. We're going to type down in the comments, unlimited income. Okay, that's the first thing. And start practicing with that word, unlimited income. Repeat it to yourself. It's going to feel foreign, and it's going to feel strange, and it's going to feel unattainable to some of you, but just play with it. And I'll tell you right now, if when you say, when you type, or when you think having unlimited income feels uncomfortable, it feels silly, it feels weird, it doesn't feel like it will ever happen because of the situation that you're in now, that is a clear sign you need to do some shadow work. Let's see, I didn't really take any notes. I'm kind of freestyling with this video. I just really want to come in and explain this to you guys. And like I said, I'm going to have several other videos. Actually, I have a guest speaker who's going to be on in a couple of weeks, in the next maybe third or fourth video that I put up, who has mastered shadow work, who has mastered transformation, primarily pertaining to those entrepreneurs and those who are looking to start a business or have started a business. She's phenomenal. I've had a blessing, which part of my shadow work was her coming into my life. And I'm going to share her with you guys because I know a lot of people I talk to are looking at where you are now in 2021 and saying, I want more for myself. And if any of you experience half the things that we all know has just happened in the past year, a lot of people are definitely feeling the need to be able to be a creator of your life and not dependent on a company giving you what you need to live the life that you want, but you able to create that for yourself. So we're going to just kind of title this part 1, the what is shadow work, the how can it benefit you, and why you should do it. Please comment below if you guys would like me to carry on this series of videos. I really want to work with you guys one-on-one on more ways to explore that side of yourself, and later we will talk about specific rituals that you can get into to start doing to help explore that side and just live a happier, healthier, more prosperous life. I truly believe that you can turn your life around in 6 months. You can level up and upgrade your life in a year. If you think about where you were a year ago versus now, if someone told you, I'm going to give you some homework to do, and a year from now, if you do this homework now, 1 year today, you will have achieved everything that you actually have desired and wanted in life. Would you do it? If you would, leave in the comment, I would do it. And that will tell me if you guys want me to do another follow-up sequel video to this. Lastly, a couple things I'm going to leave you guys with. I am doing a giveaway. This giveaway I'm going to announce in my next video, so be sure to watch my video that I will be uploading on Thursday. This is just a thank you and appreciation for those of you that have been very supportive of my channel, supportive of my business, One Ritual Away. You guys are my friends friends that I can't hear, but I love to talk to. And just really showing up and sharing things in the comments and commenting on the videos and sharing other things as a community. So please be sure to watch that next video. If this video has been helpful in any way, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe. Your girl is back in full force. I'm putting up 2 videos weekly now. Feel free to leave any of your questions down below. I will go through them and answer them as I can. I love you guys. Follow my social medias. All the information will be down in the description box. You are wonderful. You are amazing. And together we are going to figure this out so we can all level up for the rest of 2021 and start off 2022 as a new and better version of ourselves. All right, my loves. Until next time, you're only one ritual away, and I'll talk to you guys soon.